Hi, my name is Tony Bibbs with the GForge Group, and this video is part of our series called Introduction to GForge Next, and today I'll be covering installing GForge. So in keeping with our goals of being comprehensive, simple, and elegant, we're going to show you how to install GForge via Docker. Not only does our use of Docker give you flexibility in choosing a host operating system, it'll give you all the features you need to collaborate on projects, and the best part, this can all be done in 1 minute. Also, to highlight the flexibility in using Docker, I'm going to show you for the first time us installing GForge on a laptop running Mac OS Mojave. We've never run GForge on Mac OS before. You can install GForge on any Unix or Linux-based operating system supported by Docker, and I want to point out that this notably excludes Windows. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to assume that you have Docker installed and running already. So the first thing you'll want to do is head to gforge.com. On the download page, you'll be able to grab the GForge installer, which is a 70K tarball that has a small set of shell scripts. Now that it's downloaded, let's go ahead and uncompress it, and then we'll jump into the terminal. Okay, so this is where all the work is going to happen. At this point, we have Docker installed. We've downloaded the installer, so let's make sure that we're root and then go into the folder where the installer is and get going. So we're going to sudo. All right. Now that we're in the installer directory, we're going to run the install. You're going to see a lot of output here, but this is just Docker doing its thing. Now we're grabbing all of the Docker images for GForge. Now in my case, I've got some of these images pulled down, so it'll be a little bit faster, but in your case, it may run just a little bit longer. This all goes pretty quick until we get to the point where it's working with Postgres. It's going to get that all installed and set up properly. Again, that goes in its own Docker container. Then eventually we're going to get prompted for a fully qualified domain name. This is the domain that you want to run GForge at. So in my case, I'm just going to run it at localhost. So once I've done that, it's restarted everything. Installation is complete. It's a success. So what we want to do is just go up one directory, and then we're going to run GForge. This is going to start all those containers. All right, now that this is complete, we can fire up a browser and see GForge running. So here I've got Safari. I'm going to load up localhost because, again, that's the domain I was running it at. As you can see, GForge is running here. So why don't we just log in, make sure everything's working correctly. The default login will be GForge admin. That would be for both the username and the password. And if you do it successfully, what you should do is get walked through setting up your first project. So in this case, it's working fine, and you can go ahead and begin using GForge. So that wraps up installing GForge, and as you can see, the installation really is a breeze. Now that you have GForge running, we're going to encourage you to get started by checking out the other videos in our Introduction to GForge Next series on our YouTube channel.